everybody, it's Richard again here from Electric Classic Cars, and today's video is all going to be about the Mercedes 500 SL. Now, this has been charging up and we've got a full tank of fuel, free fuel from the sun, thank you very much. And if you want to see all about smart charging and how I charge up for free, check out the video above, wherever we're going to put it. We'll put a link to that video up there. So we're off to Loton Park today, which is a hill climb. Now, Mercedes 500 SL isn't exactly a very good hill climb car, although we did see one on a rally we did, didn't we, in Belgium. Do you remember that one we saw in the rally?
What, 500 SL?
Yeah.
Well, they used to be good rally cars. They used them in the African safari rallies, didn't they?
Yeah. You'll have to put some clips in there, mate.
You have to see if I can find some.
So we're not going to be taking this up the hill today, that's for sure. I mean, it's got a twin Hyper 9 motor, but we're running a little bit late today because Tim had to fill up with fuel and go into town because, you know, so I'll do a technical, like, what's in this when we get there, but you've just filled that up, haven't you? How much does that cost you?
Well, I topped it up. It cost me 50 quid to top it up. And I would imagine that I'd be lucky to get there and back with that full tank of fuel.
So 50 quid versus free sunshine.
Yeah, so my trip today is going to cost me £50 and yours will cost you...
Zero,
yeah.
Probably a couple of, like, burgers when we get there, I reckon, and some ice cream. Right, we better get cracking, mate, because we're already running late. So we're going to pop in the car and I'll see you when we get there. Oh, I'm in a state of zen. That has to be one of the most relaxing journeys I've ever done. I don't know how many times I mentioned the word wafting, gliding, floating, but this is just perfect for just wafting along and just arriving with a heartbeat which is about as low as you can get. It's beautiful. I'm really liking it. I didn't think I would, but I really like it. I'm more a sports car kind of guy, but I'm getting used to the whole wafting along gently. It's lovely. But enough of that. Time to show you a bit about the car. So this car is a 1989 Mercedes 500 SL. Originally it had a 5-litre V8 in there, and it's a 1989, as I say. Now, I'm a 1960s and 70s classic car guy myself. Tim, you're probably a 50s, 60s sort of like guy. Yeah.
No, I'm an 80s, 90s guy.
Are you really? I have to be persuaded to convert cars that are kind of like from the early 80s and onwards. But, I mean, just look at that. How can I say no to this? It's just a beautiful car. It went off to the SL shop, which is a specialist in the UK for anything to do with Mercedes SLs. So went off to the SL shop for a restoration. Came back with VW oak green paint, which is, as people who know me, my favourite colour. Interior's all been trimmed out as well. But obviously, you know, we took that V8 out and transformed it into the electric gliding machine that it is now. So let me start with what's in the front. So if I open up the bonnet, so we put in quite comparable performance motor to the original V8, and that's a dual Hyper 9. So we've converted a few of these now, and every one seems to be a little bit different as technology advances. So this one has 2 Hyper 9s in line down there, and then in the front here we have the main battery pack and another one in the rear. The total battery pack size is 53 kilowatt hours, 54 kilowatt hours, around about that, which gives you around about 180 mile range. So in the front here, on top of the motors, is half the battery pack. So we've got 5 Tesla Model S batteries in this pack and another 5 in the boot, which I'll show you in a minute. Along with things like the service disconnect. We've got the high voltage junction box here. Down there somewhere is going to be the charger, and obviously all the other bits and pieces you need in the front, like power steering, so electric power steering, electric vacuum pump, etc. So all the front here is around about the same weight as the original V8 engine that came out. But one of the biggest challenges we had on this car was originally 500 SLs or most R107 Mercedes have an automatic gearbox, and they don't like electric motors because there's got a lot of low down torque, and quite simply, old auto boxes and electric motors don't play well together. So we had to find a solution to that problem, and what we ended up with is a Mazda MX-5 gearbox. So in there now is a manual Mazda MX-5 gearbox, because finding a manual Mercedes R107 gearbox, I think, we were on a hiding to nothing there, quite frankly. I'm not sure if they were never made or they were just so super rare, it's just impossible. So Mazda MX-5 gearbox in there, manual, and even though it's like a 6-speed, probably use second gear around town, and once you're on the road, third gear, maybe fourth gear when you're on the motorway, but that's about it. And it's a really nice box, actually. So yeah, Mazda MX-5 gearbox, twin Hyper 9s in there. Hopefully Tim can put the camera underneath to show a little bit of the motors. And then around the back, we've got pretty much a full-size boot. So let me show you that. So in the boot, we've still got a hefty sized boot in here. But we've got 5 Tesla batteries hidden in here. Now 3 of them are underneath there, so behind that panel there. I think that's where the fuel tank used to be. And then another 2 are underneath here where the old spare wheel used to be. So you've literally ended up with pretty much the same boot space, if not the same boot space, as you did when it was petrol. So there you go. So interior wise, I mean, it's pretty much as it should be in a Mercedes SL. Luxurious, full of leather with a bit of wood. So again, full interior retrim, and I think the SL shop did most of this, carpet sets and seats, door cards, etc. We did some of the small items like the wood trim around this area here, which was all cracked. But electric conversion wise, I mean, we've got manual gear shifter, so you've got a 6-speed MX-5 gearbox down there, as I said before. One of the other challenges we had with that was trying to get the Mercedes Speedo to work and play nicely with the Mazda MX-5 gearbox. So I had to play around with different ratios and cog ratios in the actual Speedo drive of the MX-5, and then play around with trying to get the cog ratio right then to match that in the Speedo itself. So that was a bit of fun and games, but got that sorted in the end. State of charge gauge is in the middle here. So we found that the good old-fashioned Expert Pro, which we don't use that often nowadays, fitted perfectly into the central vent, and it just looked right. So we went with that in the end. So Expert Pro there for your percentage-wise for the battery. What else do we have in here? We've got a mode switch in there, and heating all works as it should. Obviously, the electric heating element is buried down in the dashboard to replace the old water heater element, so that's pretty seamless. But apart from that, it just looks and feels like a Mercedes should. But enough of that. I think that's covered enough of the car now. Are you bored of me talking about the car now, Tim?
I was bored about 20 minutes ago.
Right, let's go watch some racing.
Righto.
So cut there, and we'll go and watch some hill climb here at Loton Park. Here's one for you, Tim. MGA.
Yeah, that's my car of the day.
Dunlop wheels on it, like the old Jaguar D-type hard top. Oh,
It's
in fact,
yeah.
it's not.
It's not a hard top. It's like a
top.
coupe.
It's a coupe.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there you go. What's that?
That's the door handle.
The door handle.
Yeah.
So go on, you'll have to tell me on this. This is, I can see it's a 1600 Mark II. But what else do you know?
I think they did a 1500 engine, and I think they did a twin cam. The twin cam's the one everybody wants. So I don't know if that one's the twin cam, is it?
No idea.
I think they normally got a badge on them that says it's a twin cam.
Nope.
I think it's a really pretty car, isn't it?
Beautiful. I like the lines of it.
Yeah.
Have you ever driven one? What do they handle like?
I've never driven one. I don't think they're particularly fast. I think they're quite.
They don't need to be
old
fast.
technology.
You don't need to be fast when you look as good as that.
Yeah, but it does look great, doesn't it? I like that one.
And rally spec as well, with the iconic sort of like 3 spots on the front.
Yeah, so that's my car of the day.
Car of the day already, is it?
Yeah.
You're peaking early, mate.
That's right.
I'll see if I can find my
Go on then. Let's find one for you.
Go on then. Let's find another one. Walking into this car park in the pits is usually where me and Tim would split. So Tim would be hankering after the British sort of side of things, or the TR4 here. TR3 here, is it?
TR3, yeah.
TR3, go on.
Lovely engine in there, isn't there?
That is
good
a
job
nice
of
engine, isn't it? The twin Webbers, TR7s. What's that over there? Do you recognise that? What's that?
It's another TR4, I think, isn't
The TR4, is it? And some Dolomite Sprints.
Dolly Sprints.
Great British car. But then I would have gone this way to some of the Italian muscle. So less of the moderns, but
I'm surprised they let you anywhere near those with your reputation.
I'm going to hear some sacrilegios in the background. Look at this. That's nice.
That is
same colour as your
Austin Healey.
Austin Healey.
Yeah, very similar colour.
Look at the front of this. Oh, look at that. Now that's how to design the front of a car. All you designers out there, more of this please. 308 GT4 Dino. This was the replacement for the original Dino back in the day. But I don't know what, I really like this. I mean, it's not overly Ferrari, but I could quite easily see myself driving this. Quite practical, 4 seats as well, boot in the back. I like it. Right, I've found my car of the day. I'm going to have to get on my knees because it's so small. This is a bit of me. I mean, totally not road legal. It's a race car, tubular chassis. It's had a body chop. There's not much mini left of this, but just look at it. It's got a 1360 A-Series engine in the front. It's just all about performance and hill climbing. I can't wait to see this go up the hill actually. So let's go and watch some hill climbing, mate. But car of the day for me, a body chopped, full-on race beastie mini. So there we go, end of another episode. I'm standing next to this gorgeous 275 GT Lusso. I mean, just beautiful lines on this car. The Mercedes, I mean, it's a beautiful car. I haven't driven a Rolls Royce, but I imagine it's a little bit like a Rolls Royce to drive because it just wafts over the bumps and it's got that lazy kind of V8 power to the electric motor. It's certainly no performance monkey. But talking about performance, I'm curious to know, comments below, what electric classic do you think would make a really good performance hill climb car? Be interested to see below, because one thing this visit to Loton Park has done for me today is it's kind of G'd me on to get cracking again with the race car and just get that finished so I can come to events like this and put my race suit on and sweat like
you wouldn't want your race suit on today, would you?
Exactly. Remember sweating like this in rallies?
Rallies, yeah.
Oh my god. So there we go. I'm going to crack on with the race car now. So hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you on the next one.